Breaking developments have sent shockwaves through Washington and Palm Beach. A routine security sweep near Palm Beach International Airport, the very airfield used by Air Force One, uncovered something alarming, a hunting stand position in direct line of sight to the presidential aircraft. Within hours, FBI agents, Secret Service teams, and federal tactical units descended on the area. Was this simply an innocent hunting structure or something far more sinister? This is the unfolding story behind the FBI's latest high-security probe and how it connects to President Trump's aggressive new crime crackdown across American cities. Earlier this week, President Trump took the stage in Washington to announce a bold new campaign, a direct federal intervention to make San Francisco great again. Once hailed as one of the world's most beautiful cities, San Francisco, he said, went wrong about 15 years ago. It went woke. Now, the president insists that era of chaos is coming to an end. He plans to send in federal teams, FBI, DEA, and U.S. Marshals, to restore order and target the violent crime networks he claims are terrorizing major American cities. "We're going to San Francisco," Trump declared. "They want us there. We'll make it great again." The statement sent immediate tremors through political circles, especially in California, where Governor Gavin Newsom fired back online. Fact check, nobody wants you here. You'll ruin one of the greatest cities. But inside the FBI, the message from the president couldn't have been clearer. It's time to act. Former FBI agent and police officer Dan Bongino, now working closely with the Bureau's senior leadership, gave an inside look into how this new crackdown began. According to Bongino, it all started back in March, when he and National Security Advisor Kash Patel were tasked with launching what they called a violent crime roundtable. They gathered some of the Bureau's most experienced special agents and built what Bongino described as a battle plan for the streets. Their marching orders from the president were blunt. Go get them, boys. Do what you have to do. Under this directive, the Bureau claims to have made over 28,000 violent crime arrests in 2025 alone, nearly double the numbers from previous years. Bongino says the results speak for themselves. When you have a president, attorney general, and FBI leadership that lets agents do their jobs, cities get cleaner. Supporters have hailed the results as proof that federal muscle can reverse years of local decline. Critics call it political theater. Either way, the campaign has put San Francisco and every major city on the FBI's list under the national spotlight. Governor Gavin Newsom isn't taking the federal push lightly. As former mayor of San Francisco, he accuses Washington of grandstanding. His post on X claimed that the FBI and federal agents aren't wanted and would ruin what he calls one of America's greatest cities. Bongino fired back sharply on national television. "We don't answer to him," he said. "We answer to the president and the American people." He dismissed Newsom's remarks as political posturing, arguing that residents living amid daily crime actually want federal help. Asked the 67-year-old grandmother in a drug-ridden neighborhood, Bongino said, "Ask her if she wants us there. She's been watching dealers harass her grandkid for years. Don't tell me nobody wants us there." For Bongino and his team, the fight against violent crime isn't about politics. It's about people. Every city I've been to lately, folks come up to our offices and say, "Thank you for being here," he added. "Don't believe the hype. People want safety." But even as the crackdown gained momentum, a new and chilling discovery forced the FBI to pivot toward an entirely different threat, one involving the president's own safety. Just outside Palm Beach International Airport, agents responding to a local report found an elevated hunting stand position near a stretch of woods that offered a direct line of sight to the Air Force One runway. To trained eyes, it was no coincidence. The structure's angle and location meant that anyone inside could have had a clear shot at the aircraft or its surrounding motorcade route. Within hours, the area was flooded with law enforcement, the Secret Service, FBI forensics teams, and local deputies working side by side. Dan Bongino, who once served in the Secret Service, confirmed he was on the phone all day as the operation unfolded. "This isn't something we can take lightly," he said. "When something like this shows up, you move fast and you move with precision." According to internal reports, Secret Service Deputy Director Matt Quinn immediately sounded the alarm. Although presidential protection falls under Secret Service jurisdiction, the Bureau was called in to assist with forensic and intelligence analysis. Kash Patel, still in coordination with National Security Command, reportedly ordered an immediate federal response, dispatching a Bureau aircraft to Palm Beach. Agents quickly dismantled the hunting stand and began collecting evidence. Every available investigative tool, from digital tracking to biometric scanning, is now being deployed to identify who built the stand and why it was placed there. This is a zero-fail mission, Bongino said gravely. When it comes to the president's safety, there are no do-overs. The incident comes amid growing worries inside the intelligence community about sniper-style attacks on political figures. In recent months, there have already been high-profile shootings, including the assassination of commentator Charlie Kirk and several police officers targeted from long range. It's an old tool, Bongino explained, but lately, more attackers are realizing the tactical advantage it gives them. He added that the Secret Service has since expanded security perimeters and redesigned several protective strategies to anticipate similar threats. We've had to make major modifications to the way the president moves, he said. The discovery of this hunting stand proves exactly why. As details trickled out, images of FBI vehicles and unmarked black SUVs near Palm Beach Airport began circulating on social media. Speculation exploded online, some claiming it was a test drill, others fearing it was an attempted setup. Authorities have not yet confirmed who built the structure or when, but multiple sources say it appeared freshly assembled, suggesting a recent installation. For many Americans, the find is a stark reminder of how vulnerable even the most secure areas can be, and how deep the current climate of political hostility runs. Meanwhile, the president has reportedly been briefed on the investigation and remains in an undisclosed secure location while security measures are reassessed. To Bongino and Patel, the hunting stand incident isn't just a one-off scare. It's a symptom of what they call a nationwide erosion of order. They point to rising violent crime, homelessness, and the emboldening of extremist actors as evidence that the United States is facing both internal and external threats. The administration's response has been twofold: clean up America's cities and reinforce the protective net around its leadership. But critics see danger in the approach. Civil liberties groups worry that a national crime crackdown paired with heightened security powers could further blur the line between safety and surveillance. Still, with tangible threats emerging even near the president's plane, the public mood appears to be shifting toward caution and action. In a quieter moment during the broadcast, Bongino reflected on his decades in law enforcement, from NYPD to Secret Service to the FBI. He said what keeps him awake at night isn't the long hours, but the stakes. You get one chance, he said. You miss something, even a shadow, and people die. That's a weight we live with. His words carried the tone of a man who's seen too much to take anything for granted. This job, he concluded, isn't about politics or press conferences. It's about making sure America wakes up safe tomorrow. As of this hour, investigators are still combing through evidence recovered from the Palm Beach site: fingerprints, soil samples, possible drone footage, and network pings from cell towers nearby. The FBI has vowed transparency once the suspect or motive becomes clear. The Secret Service, meanwhile, has reportedly redrawn its flight line perimeter around Air Force One, adding new surveillance towers and drone coverage. What remains unclear is whether this was a credible assassination attempt, a reckless stunt, or a deliberate test of federal readiness. But one thing is certain: it's rattled Washington. For a government already battling surges of urban crime and political division, the idea that someone could construct a vantage point with clear view of the president's plane, undetected, is an unsettling reminder how fragile security can be. Bongino ended the segment with a somber note. We wish these things didn't happen, he said. But when they do, the mission is simple: protect the country, protect the president, and clean up America. As federal agents continue their search for whoever built that mysterious hunting stand near Air Force One, one question now looms over the nation. Was this just a random structure or a warning of what's to come?